Hello, Brother Steve. It's time for another great Brother Steve Skype Time interview. You know what? We always have good people on our interview shows right here on Skype Time, so you can be interviewed too. If you got a business, CD, DVD, a book release, whatever, hit me up right now. The information is right there on your screen, and we'll love to hear from you like no other. We've got a great guest on our program today. Her name is Miss Jackee Turks, and Jackie's been trying to get to me for almost 3.5 months, and she finally connected with me to get on Brother Steve's Skype Time interview. Jackee, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
Good, Jackee.
How
you know
are you?
what? I'm doing good right now. We got you live on the line. Jackee is a producer, writer, so many great things. But today we're not going to talk about all the other things that she does. We're going to focus on this great new book that she has out right now. You got to get your hands on it. You got to see it. You got to check out her website. She's got a lot to tell, a lot going on. Jackee's brand new book right now is called Waiting for Love, and she waited for love. And she talks about a lot of great things. Jackee, tell us about this great new book that you wrote.
This book that I wrote is a memoir, and it took me 7 years to write it, and it was inspired by God. God had me start this book one night, and when I was having insomnia, and I was about to go to bed, and he just gave me the whole first chapter in my mind. And I was like, I knew it was the Lord. I was like, wow, that was so crystal clear. So I was like, wow, Lord, that's awesome. I'll write that tomorrow. And he said, no, you need to get on the computer right now. And you know, because I don't want you to lose this story. I need you to tell the world about this, you know, about your life.
Wow. Tell us some of the experiences that you had in your life that can possibly encourage somebody else or help someone right now who's watching our program.
Okay. Well, first of all, I grew up a daddyless daughter. So I grew up without a father. My mother was a single parent, of course, and she never remarried. So she used to tell us fairy tale stories, which I loved because I grew up in the era where they were talking about Cinderella and, you know, all the fairy tale stuff. And I was really intrigued by that. And she would tell us stories and how Prince Charming was going to come and save us, you know, me and my sister. And, you know, we're just going to live happily ever after. So that's what I was looking for.
Wow. And what happened in reality? What took place?
Well, what took place is I was on an emotional roller coaster trying to find love, trying to find the fairy tale lifestyle that my mom would tell us in stories, you know, in her fairy tale stories. And I was really determined to have that. I was determined. So that caused me to go on a spiral of having a lot of bad relationships and just, you know, looking for love. And, you know, I was really looking for that father figure.
So what are some of the things that you did in looking, you know, for love and almost putting yourself out there, forcing to say, I gotta have it, I know he's there, What are some of the things that you did that you can give an example to help other young ladies out there that's in the situation that you were in?
Right, okay. Well, first thing comes to mind is that, you know, I never knew how it was to have a father figure. I never knew how it was to have a man around because my mom, like I said, never remarried. So the first opportunity that I got to have a boyfriend was, I think I was like 10 years old when I had my first experience with sex. And the way I took it is like, wow, this is kind of cool because it felt kind of good to be close to a man because I'd never been close to a man, you know. So I thought, wow, this is what it feels like. And so that, you know, gave me butterflies. It's kind of like, I want to say like a kind of like a crack high.
Wow, okay.
Kind of like I was addicted to that butterfly sensation and that you know, that closeness. So I was always trying to find that perfect one who was gonna, you know, sweep me up and give me the white picket fence and the house, you know, 2.5 kids or whatever.
Now, hold on, how can you have 2.5 kids?
Okay. All right. I don't know, but you know, 3 kids then.
Right. So that means basically you found yourself getting out there, getting into bad situations, bad relationships, bouncing back, bouncing back, going back, and this was a constant thing for you. So literally what you're saying to me is that this almost became a lifestyle for you.
Yeah, it was a lifestyle. I mean, thank God my mom did instill in me integrity, and also, I was raised in the church. So, I mean, I had, how they say, train up a child in the way that they should go, and they won't, when they get older, they won't depart from it. So I had that, in my heart. So it wasn't like I was going around just, being with everybody.
Right.
In the relationships that I had, I was expecting to find, that Mr. Right that was going to make me happy. And, I didn't know that I need to make myself happy.
Well, at this time, the good news is that, you're happily married now, have a wonderful husband, and you guys have been together for a while. You're doing great things. You're working together to build great relationships. What would you say the reader would take from this great new book that you wrote?
I think the reader would identify with this book because if they are grew up daddyless, fatherless, no dad in the house, or even if they had a father but he wasn't quite in their lives the right way, because ultimately the first relationship a girl should have and a young man is with their father, and that's how they learn how to interact in a relationship with a husband and wife relationship, because of the daddy's supposed to teach them how they should be treated. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know how to be treated, but I just went by those fairy tales that my mom gave me. But what I want the readers to take away from this book is that they're not alone, and that so many of us are going through the same situation. And through all my trials and errors, I found out that the love that I needed was already inside of me. The love that, that I need even today is still inside of me. And it comes from the love of God and I learned how to love myself.
Wow. So that's powerful. So basically, you give people tools of information, how to overcome situations that they may be dealing with.
Right, exactly, and I help them to understand, because my story is so similar to most women that went through the same situation, so they'll be able to identify with this book, because it's very real. I mean, it's I'm a Christian, so it is Christian based, but It is some parts in there that because I really get deep. I mean, the Lord had me go deep on this, and I kind of very descriptive on some parts, and so I know that people will be able to identify with it, and they'll take away with it that they can do all things through Christ who gives you strength, and not just saying Bible scriptures, but actually saying this is how you do it, and this is how you get better, and this is how you live your life and be free.
Wow, amazing. You can get Jackee's book right now. We're going to put the number up on the screen right now. It's toll free, 877-938-0730, 877-938-0730. Jackee, what's your website that they can log on and get a copy of that book and get information about you as a public speaker as well?
Okay, yes, I am a life coach. I'm a life coach, relationship life coach, and my website is www.JackeeTurks.net. And my name is spelled JackeeTurks.net. You can go on there and find out about my motivational conferences coming up, or if you want to hire me for that, my passion is to speak to young women and girls and help them to have the best life ever.
Wow, that is awesome. Jackee, we wish you the absolute best with this new book. We know you're going to do so well. It's going to sell, and people are going to be helped and blessed. And we'd like for you to come back on our show later on and tell some of the testimonies of some of the great success stories that you had from your book. Is that okay with you, Jackee?
That sounds awesome, Brother Steve.
Awesome. I'm Brother Steve with Sister Jackee Turks, life coach, motivation speaker, author, producer, singer, all of that stuff right here on Brother Steve's Skype Time. Don't forget, call me up, toll free, 888-998-4677, and you can be the next artist and guest on Brother Steve's Skype Time. From Hollywood, California, I'm Brother Steve. We'll see you next time.
Bye.